What is up, you guys? It is Desi, Rose, Bobby, and Art back at Starbucks for part 2 of the Starbucks review. If you saw part 1 the other day, we did the drinks review. We ordered like 10 different drinks on the menu, told you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Well, now this is part 2. I'm gonna go back up to the counter and order some of the most popular items here on the menu for food, right? Breakfast items, snack, and lunch. We're gonna order all the good stuff and tell you flavor, ingredients, and nutrition. What you want to buy, what you want to avoid, and why. So when you come here to get food, I want you to know what you're putting in your body, and I want you to put the best possible ingredients in your tummy. Before we do that, hook us up, you guys. Subscribe to the channel, and better yet, there's a bell icon right below the video. Every single week, 3 to 4 videos, a live stream on Friday night, so you don't want to miss out, right? Enable all notifications, that way you get a push on your device. Desi, you and Rose, save the table.
All right.
Art and I are going to go order a bunch of food. Let's do it. All right, my friend, can I get a sausage, egg, and cheddar sandwich? A spinach, feta, and egg white wrap? Do you have the chicken, sausage, and bacon biscuit? You don't have that? Okay.
Sold out today.
Avocado spread. Is there a reduced fat turkey sandwich?
You still got that one?
Okay. The egg bites. I'll do the bacon and Gruyere and the egg white one. Do you guys have oatmeal?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, oatmeal. A vegan sprouted bagel. Do you have one of those? Is there a chicken and fig spread sandwich? Okay, this is everything we got here. Looks like a good spread, huh? All right, we got everything here. Here's the receipt. It's significantly cheaper than it was at the Reserve Roaster. We got like literally half the amount of food there, and it was more than twice the price, but it was all scratch made there. This is a little different here. This is the standard Starbucks grub we all know and love. All right, let's start with one of my favorite, and I think one of you guys' favorite, the breakfast Suvi egg bites.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so check this out.
I've tried them before.
This is the classic Suvi egg bite with bacon and Gruyere, and this is the egg white bites with red peppers and I believe feta. All right, first things first, let's taste them. I haven't had this one here in a while. We have the homemade ones,
Yeah.
which I'll tell you about in a second. You got that nice bacon marbled on top.
Very tasty.
Awesome. So, the beauty of the sous vide is that it cooks it very low and slow, under vacuum, sealed in. Fantastic. Great seasoning. Now, my only issue is ingredients. So, it really should be a handful of ingredients. I'm going to tell you the Flav City recipe for my knockoff copycat version is literally 5 ingredients. This starts with cottage cheese. And in the cottage cheese, and you'll see in the grocery store too, there's very troubling ingredients. They put carrageenan in there, and they put maltodextrin. So the maltodextrin is actually a food preservative that comes from GMO corn. So there's GMOs in there. And we talked about this in the drink review video, part 1, so make sure to check that out. They use a lot of carrageenan here. Anytime you have a drink that is gonna have heavy cream in there, whipping cream, carrageenan is that nasty seaweed emulsifier that really is not good for your gut. They don't need that. You can use xanthan gum instead, or carabine gum. I don't know why they're using carabinum. It's really weird. And it also has the mono and diglycerides, which is a derivative of trans fats. Also has natural flavorings, and that's all just in the cottage cheese. Then we have eggs. They're not using organic eggs. They're not even using, it says cage-free. These are factory farmed eggs here, so it's about the lowest quality eggs possible. The cheese itself is fine, but then you have the bacon, which it's actually fine.
Oh, wow.
There's no added nitrites except for naturally occurring. The problem is it's low quality bacon. So we have the bacon review video, and we talk about factory farmed, hog pen.
Yeah.
Bacon is about as bad as they get. And then the rest is not that bad. There's a little bit of rice starch and cornstarch here. Then the macros are actually pretty good. There's 19 grams of protein in here, which is really nice. And there's 20 grams of fat. And there's only 9 carbs, so not terrible. Here's the deal. If you want to make a homemade version of this, in the description box is the Flav City copycat. It's way cleaner. We use organic dairy, we use pasture-raised eggs, and it's way cheaper. It comes out to about, I want to say, $3 versus $4.75. And we also have copycat versions of other stuff too. So it is one of the healthier options because there's not much carbs in there, and there's 0 bread and that kind of carbs in there, which is really nice, but they could use better ingredients. They actually have the same version at Costco now. The same company who makes it for Starbucks makes it for Costco, and you can buy it there. It's actually a little cleaner too. but not as clean as my homemade version. So here's the egg white bites. Let's try these, babe. Why don't you actually tell everyone one of the side effects of just using egg whites?
So basically, if you look at the whole egg, the egg yolk is the good part. The egg white is the bad part because it contains inflammatory properties. So all that rage about eating egg whites is actually not a good thing.
Right.
And that rage was part of the low-fat bandwagon.
Right.
So if you're gonna eat eggs, actually the egg yolk is the good part, and that's what we're actually gonna feed Rose as one of her first foods when she turns 6 months old.
Totally, totally. So it is low fat, but this is a good fat, a good saturated fat you actually want. And I look at the macros of the egg white bites here, and it pretty much is the same ingredients because there's not much difference except for the spinach, but the spinach is cooked with canola oil. Canola oil is GMO, highly processed and highly refined. And they still use the cottage cheese with the carrageenan and the mono and diglycerides, which is another word for trace amounts of trans fats. The only difference is it has actually a little more carbs, less protein, and less fat. The less fat is the biggest thing, so I would get the regular ones. Probably still one of the cleaner items here, but it tastes great. The texture is just fantastic on that.
Yeah, it's nice and custardy, and then the bacon is nice and salty.
Yeah, it's just
They've done a
quality.
good job of flavor one.
Yeah, so check this out. This is the spinach, the spinach feta wraps. Look at this art.
Oh, spinach feta wrap.
So it's a flatbread with
Ah.
spinach, some egg whites, and some roasted red peppers.
Looks good.
I actually have a homemade version of this too. It's
Right.
much healthier. So let's just try a bite. This is something I would not eat because we don't eat refined carbs and we don't eat enriched wheat like this. Wow.
That is really good.
It's really good. That salty feta is really nice, right? But we look at the ingredients here, and this is where things start to get a little troubling. You're going to think that's healthy and clean, but the wrap is made with, it's interesting, the first ingredient is whole wheat flour. And we have a video all about bread. If you're going to eat grains and bread, it has to be 100% whole wheat. But it's quickly followed with enriched wheat flour, which is no nutrition, simple carbohydrate, high glycemic index wheat. And they have a ton of additives to this. It's a little bit of canola oil, mold inhibitor, which is something you really don't want to see. They use that for usually cheap factory processed bread here. The egg white, nothing bad. See, the egg white, they're using xanthan gum instead of carrageenan, so that's nice. Spinach and feta, totally fine. But then we go down to there's a cream cheese and dried tomato spread in there. That's what's so yummy. And that has modified GMO food starch. That has potassium sorbate, natural flavors.
I mean, guys, the list is like literally
They can see it, yeah. So I would say actually the filler isn't too bad. It's this bread. What really gets you guys in trouble, and Desi and I talk about this a lot, that's why you wrote the keto cookbook, meal prepping cookbook. When you eat this kind of food, like a fat, like the cream cheese spread with carbs like this, that's what slows down your digestion. That's what really spikes the blood sugar.
Right.
So I'd much rather you get the egg white bites because it's just pure fat and very little carbs.
Right.
This is combining fat and carbs, and that's how you get fat. That's how you become insulin resistant. And this is not the kind of stuff you want to eat in the morning because it's just going to spike your blood sugar, come right down, and not sustain your energy at all. So actually, if you want to even get more fat into your diet, this is the avocado spread here. And I like it because look at the ingredients. It actually doesn't have any filler in there. And it's cleaner than some of the stuff I see at the grocery store. At the grocery store, sometimes I see additional like citric acid here. The only acid they have here is lime juice, real lime juice. Look at that.
Oh, wow. Pretty cool.
It's really clean. It kind of reminds me of the
Jalapeno.
ingredients of like holy guacamole. So what I would do, because not only is avocado a good fat, it has a ton of prebiotic fiber. Those are not only fibers that lower net carbs, it's also fiber that feed the gut bacteria in your tummy. So I would get one of the egg buds like this. I would mix it into this.
Oh, wow.
And now you're talking about a real keto breakfast.
I'll try
Try the avocado spread. It doesn't taste as good as like a fresh mash, but I've tasted worse. Right?
Not bad.
It's not bad. Let me try it by itself. Rose wants everything. Look at it.
It's kind of spicy from the jalapeno.
Yeah. It's actually really nice. So this is great. as a side to anything you get. So I would put away the egg white and spinach wrap and focus on these 3 items. Are very clean. Okay. Oh, here. This is a sausage, cheddar, and egg breakfast sandwich here. Check that out, Art. So I have a version of this on the website too, a much healthier version with a whole grain sprouted English muffin. Sprouted is the best one you can get, and chicken sausage and much better quality eggs. So actually I have homemade versions for the egg bites, the spinach egg white wrap, and this all in one blog. So check that out down below. Let me see the ingredients for this. The main problem with this is going to be with the English muffin, right? It's just pure enriched carbs. Bad news. So
the gluten, I mean.
Yeah, the English muffin takes up over half of the ingredients, and there's no whole wheat flour. The first ingredient is enriched wheat flour. When you see that, run, right? Run for the hills for us, because that is the simple carbohydrate. When it says enriched, they took the whole grain, they stripped away all the good stuff.
Wow.
So it's the pure carb. Then to supplement all the good stuff they took away, they add niacin, add iron, synthetic, really bad stuff. Once you get past that, even the egg patty has GMO soybean oil in there. Not only is it GMO, but those kind of processed oils are highly inflammatory, which can lead to a bunch of other issues. There's natural flavors in there, and the sausage is made with pork, a little bit of sugar, and natural flavor. They're even putting natural flavor in the pork sausage. We talked about this in part 1 of the video, in the drinks video. Natural flavors is another word for artificial flavors. By the way, all right, look at this. This was part 1 of the video. All these 10 drinks here we reviewed, from pumpkin spice lattes to chai tea lattes to eggnog, peppermint. We covered them all. So check that out when this video is done. This is not something I would eat. This low quality pork, low quality non-organic cheese, and English muffin. I'll try a bite just for the review, but want to try or no?
No, I'll skip it.
Oh. I'll bite the bullet for the team. To be honest,
Doesn't do it for you?
no, it tastes like the McDonald's one.
Yeah.
The bread is so fake and spongy. The sausage tastes like really low quality sausage.
Yeah.
That's not something I would get. So once again, for breakfast, get the egg white bites, get the avocado spread, done. I got this just for an example of you might be confused.
Oh, wow.
Check it out. This is the sprouted grain
Oh, wow.
bagel. Let me pull this up. It's so misleading. So let me pull it up on the website. Here's the deal. Sprouted grains are the best grains you can get if you're going to eat wheat. If you're going to eat bread, sprouted grains are great for you because they're easier on your tummy to digest, and your body gets a ton of nutrition from sprouted grains. But it has to be 100% sprouted. So if you watch my bread review video from the grocery store, things like Ezekiel, Silver Hills, Alvarado Street, it's organic and sprouted. But I go on the website here, the first ingredient is enriched wheat flour. So they're calling it sprouted because the secondary and third ingredients are sprouted. So they're starting off with enriched wheat that has no nutrition and is that high glycemic flour. And then later on, they put sprouted grains in there like rye, seeds, golden flax, sunflower. They're also using canola and soybean oil here, and it's terribly misleading. So I'm not even going to eat this, but this is not a healthy bagel. You're better off getting any other bagel you want. Don't be lured into the fact thinking that because it's sprouted grain, it's good for you, because it's not really sprouted grain. Yeah. Horribly misleading.
The same thing when they call avocado mayo, and it's actually made with canola oil and a little bit of avocado oil.
It's like first canola, then soybean, then olive oil.
But it's labeled as avocado mayo.
Exactly. It's marketing gimmicks, you guys. You got to read the ingredients and go to the Starbucks website like we're showing. You can't trust them. You can only trust your eyes, right? You can't fool the eyes. Let's move on to some lunch options. So check it out. This, Art, is the turkey and bacon sandwich here. It looks pretty sad, to be honest. All right, so this is a reduced fat turkey, bacon, and cage-free egg white sandwich. Okay.
They're going the opposite of where the trend is going, right?
Yeah. So anytime I hear reduced fat, I get weirded out because where's the reduced fat coming from? Probably it's skim milk cheese, which when you're eating good dairy, you actually want the full fat because that's where the omega-3 fatty acids live. And when we're talking about cage-free egg white,
it's egg white, not the whole eggs.
Yeah, but also cage-free means nothing. We have a whole video about eggs. Cage-free and free range doesn't mean anything. The animals still never go outside, and unless it was a certified humane egg, chicken egg, that means the chickens are actually treated well. But if it's not, it's in a hen house with 30,000 birds. They're eating their own poop. They're pecking each other. They can be eating sewage. So bad news. Cage-free means nothing. This is the English muffin, once again, which is garbage. If you were going to get this, I would actually take the English muffin off like this and only eat half of it. And then maybe put some avocado on there too, right? If you go like this, all of a sudden you save yourself some carbs. But I look at the ingredients. It has the canola oil. It has the egg white actually isn't that bad. There's really nothing in there. It's turkey bacon, which isn't
it's
as...
the turkey bacon.
Yeah, it's actually not as bad as you think. You know what? This is actually not nearly as bad as this. So if you wanted to choose one over the other, I would go with the egg white one because it's much cleaner. No, egg white's better, I'm telling you, babe. And then get rid of the top bun. This spread is actually decent. Want to try it?
I'll pass on this one.
Still, not ideal, but if you want to get one of those, that actually with the avocado is really good. Much better flavor, because that fake sausage or that low quality sausage was really bad there. This is a roasted turkey and dill Havarti sandwich. Check that out, Art.
Havarti.
I like Havarti a lot. Havarti with dill used to be one of my favorites. Oh my God, look at that picture online compared to that.
Yeah.
This looks like the most epic sandwich online ever. So we open this. What's up, my dear? We're almost done, I promise. So it's a Bavarian multi-grain bread, but the word multi-grain is very misleading. It doesn't mean anything because the first ingredient is enriched wheat. Where's the multi-grain? It's multi-enriched wheat grain, which is garbage. So what I would do with this is actually at least take off one of these things.
Havarti cheese, babe.
What's Havarti with dill? My favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, I do. I love the dill. My dad used to buy this when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I love the dill in there. Yeah, scrape that onto my sandwich. Because that's actually a good fat, even though it's conventional dairy. I don't hate it. Here's the cool thing. We look at the turkey. We review turkey in the lunch meat video. A lot of crappy turkey meat can have sorbates in there, carrageenan, and tons of filler. This is actually a high quality turkey breast. It's not organic, but it has no antibiotics. It has no filler. It is just turkey, water, salt and vinegar, and a touch of sugar. That is very surprising to me. I'm really happy to see that. And what I would do once again is get the avocado, ditch the top bun here, get that cheese on there. The cheese is all good. The aioli, see there's an aioli here made with soybean oil. See, that's just the cheapest thing ever.
Just cutting. Using the cheapest ingredients.
Tastes pretty good. I'm gonna try it now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put some avocado. You guys,
No, not that much because it's spicy.
when you make mayonnaise with soybean oil, cheapest, most GMO refined oil you can ever get. But that's actually good. And I love the fact that this turkey right here is clean and it has a clean flavor.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like that processed, pumped full of filler or like a brine. That's actually delicious
And
turkey.
the Havarti tastes so good.
I haven't had a Havarti in probably a dozen years. That is awesome. So, ditch half the bread. That's actually a pretty good option there. Then we get to a chicken, check this out. Chicken fig spread sandwich here.
Sounds good.
Yeah, check this out, Art. I like the idea of the fig and chicken, very classy. Once again, the photo on the website looks amazing. And the macros aren't too bad. It's obviously high in carbs, but sugars are pretty low. So once again, they're using that Bavarian wheat bread, which is garbage in my opinion. There's white meat chicken here, which obviously is conventional chicken, which is not going to be a very high quality, but there's nothing you can do. But if I open it up, look at that. Yeah, the fig spread's on there. But it looks pretty good. What's in the fig spread? It's figs, cane sugar, pectin, and that's it. Mustard aioli has mustard and soybean oil. So once again, this is not a bad sandwich option. I would eat it just like this. I would put that arugula. I love arugula. And if you're worried about the sugar, you okay, Bubba? Huh? There's 15 grams of sugar in the whole sandwich, but a lot of that's in the bread. So actually, I'm not too worried about that. Fixed fries is nice. Want to try?
Just a tiny bit.
All right. Whatever you're getting, I would always get the avocado spread. It's just so nutrient dense. It's pretty good. I wish they used better bread here. I mean, if they actually have 100% whole grain or real sprouted bread, it'd be a game changer. All right, next up is a salad. This is the za'atar chicken and lemon tahini. These are my kind of flavors, so I'm pretty excited about that. If I open it up, let's take a look in here. Here's the tahini dressing. And there's some chicken, cucumbers, or some kind of yogurt dressing, a little bit of grains. This looks promising, actually. So let's pour over that tahini dressing there. Right? We've taken over this table. Look at this, Art. Between the food and the drinks, we've made a home here. Luckily, they don't even care. The baristas seem to be cool about it. Okay, before we eat that, let's look at the ingredients. Actually, let's eat it first so we can enjoy it.
Oh, yeah.
So,
without being tainted
yes,
by the knowledge of the ingredients.
Exactly. So here's a nice bite for you, babe.
Wow, this is actually delicious.
Wow.
Absolutely delicious.
That is phenomenal. Starbucks. Dang. Flavors. On point.
On point.
Very Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
Very fresh. Seasoning is awesome. It's one of the better prepared salads I've ever had.
Oh my god, yeah.
All right, let's see the ingredients.
Delicious.
We love tahini. Tahini is that ground sesame paste from the Middle East. So it starts with lettuce, the white meat chicken. It's not the highest quality chicken, but what are you going to do here? Not too bad. Has a little bit of soybean oil here, a little bit of sodium phosphate. Could be cleaner, but then cucumbers, water, freekeh. The grain is freekeh, which is a whole grain, very Middle Eastern. That's cool. Diced dates, ground sesame seeds. So everything's really clean. There's a couple unfortunate ingredients here. There's carrageenan in the salad dressing.
Oh.
So once again, they're using carrageenan. There's some GMO cornstarch. There's a little bit of GMO canola oil here. Natural flavors. But all in all, this is what I'm talking about. While this right here was simple carbohydrates that are enriched grain, freekeh is a whole grain. So yeah, it still has carbs, but it's a whole grain starch or carb that is not going to spike your blood sugar as much. And when you eat it with the chicken, that's good, Bubba. Trust me. When you eat it with the chicken, that's awesome.
Delicious, very fresh, great flavors.
That's a great salad. That's fantastic. I wanted to get more salads here, and for the most part, any of the salads here are pretty clean. So you can't go wrong with that. Salad with protein, probably one of the better options. So if you're at the airport, I would grab that for sure. Nice that we're eating this while the garbage is being taken out here. The ambiance isn't quite that of the Reserve Roastery downtown. Okay, I have two other breakfast options here that I forgot about. Check it out. These are things that sound like they're healthy, but I have a bad feeling about it. So there's a mango and coconut yogurt bowl. And there's a strawberry and toasted almonds overnight grains.
All right.
So let me pull up the nutrition here. Yogurt and custards. Oh yeah, let's start with this one. Overnight grains, meaning overnight means they're soaked in some kind of liquid, a dairy. So they actually don't cook, they just rehydrate. I'm curious, what kind of grains are they? So oatmeal, quinoa, chia seeds, and shaved coconuts. So that's exciting. Comes with this little thing here. Check this out, Art. So here's the base here with the oatmeal and the chia. I'll shake in some...
It's oatmeal?
Yes, part of it. I'll shake in all these guys and mix it up. Let's try a bite of this.
You try first.
I'll try, you try first. That means Jesse doesn't want to try.
No, I want to try.
a little sweet for my taste, but the texture is a little bit like a chia pudding meets a oatmeal.
Oh.
It's actually quite nice. And I think it might be dairy-free. Let's see the ingredients here. Wow, so this is cool.
It's
So it's 100% dairy-free, and it's coconut milk based. So that's super
It's
exciting.
actually delicious. What's is it oats? What is it?
So here's my only problem with this, is that it's made with oats, red quinoa, and chia seeds.
Oh, interesting combo.
It is. And it has strawberries, almonds. Sugars are 16 total. Some of that's going to be in the coconut milk, though, naturally.
Not bad.
Terrible, right? There is some added sugar in... It's probably from the strawberries. There's zero. No, there's a little bit of sugar added here, unfortunately. Here's my only issue. It's made with oats. If oats aren't organic, they're very high in glyphosate. Glyphosate is the active ingredient in Roundup. We can thank our buddies Monsanto for that, right? And tests have shown that conventional oats test very high in that because they spray it with the Roundup. Organic oats are the only way to go, in my opinion, so I wish that was organic. Actually, it's so little money to upgrade to organic. It's so little money for them to start using non-GMO milk. These are simple changes. I think they need to have me as a focus group.
Advertise that?
Oh my God. Because they're already charging a premium price for this. They need to hire me for consulting because I can help them get so much more business here with just a couple changes. Everything else is fantastic. So I would actually, once again, I'd still get it because there's very few options here.
Right.
But it is very tasty.
It is pretty tasty.
Imagine
A
getting-
very nice combo of grains.
Imagine getting that at the airport and taking that on the airplane. That's fantastic, you guys. Then we have the yogurt, mango, and coconut bowl here. Let's try this guy. All right, so we have the yogurt, we have the chia seeds in there. Then we'll add the coconut and the pineapple. All right, so this is dairy-based, obviously, with the yogurt. But the problem is they're using non-fat yogurt. This is not the 80s. This is not the 90s. Don't be afraid of fat.
Everything's low fat here. What's going on?
When you eat dairy, you want full fat. As I said earlier, full fat is where the omega-3 acids live, and dairy is the kind of thing you want the fat from. So I don't usually eat yogurt that much, but when I do, it's grass-fed organic. This is not. Noticeably sweet. Way sweeter.
There's sugar in the yogurt.
Let's see. There is. A very good job. So here's something interesting. When you actually get flavored yogurts that have sugar in there, the sugar kills the probiotic effect. So all those living enzymes are nullified by the sugar. And this has way more sugar than the overnight bowl. And this also has GMO food starch and natural flavors and 26 grams of sugar. Did I spray on you there, Bubba? Way more than the overnight. So I would get the overnight grain bowl in a heartbeat. Plus it has the added benefit of being not only dairy-free, but coconut milk has way more good fat. It has way more MCTs in there. There's natural medium-chain triglycerides in the coconut milk, but this is not the kind of thing you want to get. And that parfait that I used to get at the airport all the time, right?
So you used to recommend me to get a yogurt parfait with the granola on top at the airport. And I would eat it in the airplane, and I would wonder, why is my stomach hurt so much? And it was like the combo of the low-quality yogurt and those that granola on top.
Yeah.
It was just irritating my tummy.
Yeah, because you're talking about combining oats with sugar with dairy. That's a very bloating effect. I would not recommend that. So
Do they still have it?
I didn't see it there, but I'm sure they have it, yeah. So if they have the overnight oats and the grain bowl, get that for sure. So, man, I think that's it. I need a little bit of that flat
one is
white
it?
to wash it down with or something like that. Our table has exploded here, you guys. That is it. Rose is pretty much at her end here. So there is more options to get on the menu, but now you know what to look for, right? You look for those sugar content. You look for those hidden ingredients like soybean oil and carrageenan and phosphates. And you try to minimize it. So I think we talked about the best-in-class ones. I'll put a little summary down below in the description box. But check out my homemade recipe and meal prep it for the egg bites and the sandwiches for breakfast. But I want to come back to another one and try more salads because those are actually really good. I can't wait to crush that one. So, okay, Rose, say goodbye, you guys. Rose has been a trooper. She's been to all 3 Starbucks for the videos with us. She is a little foodie baby. She probably wants to eat it. That's why she's getting so frustrated. But that is it. Let us know where next. You guys are the best indicators of where we should go. So Chipotle, Shake Shack, just leave a comment down below. 2 more videos are going below us right now. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. These videos are a beast to make, and poor little Rose has to suffer through them even when she's hungry and tired. Art, Desi, Rose, and I will see you very soon. Until then, hashtag keep on cooking. Mad love and peace. Later, guys.